Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Saban. So I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover things from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we have a very, very serious show for you guys. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. As you guys know, one of the biggest pieces of news out there is the case surrounding Sean Diddy Combs. It's crazy at this point. You just heard about 120 new people have come out and accused. I mean, it's a total circus, right? But there's some people out there that have been arguing that this thing really kicked into hyperdrive when Sean Diddy Combs first launched a lawsuit against his former business partners, Diageo, right? Diageo, I believe, is a British company that produces liquors and alcohols and all of that. And ultimately, they did settle, but they had this lawsuit, and I think it had something to do with ownership stakes. Then he took it to a public forum where he was essentially calling them out, and then things quickly you got out of hand, and then he got raided and all of those different things, right? But some people believe, including 50 Cent, who's one of his biggest adversaries, said that he believes that lawsuit against Diageo really played a role in things being accelerated to where they are right now. Why am I bringing any of this up? I was going through the internet this morning and I came across a very, very disturbing article out of Front Office Sports, and it had the following headline: Michael Jordan's 23 10i racing fights for bigger slice of NASCAR's $7.7 billion pie. And the moment I read that headline, I immediately thought of Diddy. Because when you're going up against a very powerful company, you risk, there's some risks that come with it, where people are going to want to get back at you. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but it made me think about this situation with Diddy. But we really want to get into this article and break down the information for you guys so you guys can understand just what the heck is going on here. But before we even get into this article, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Game Time. With only 4 months left until the end of the year, I look forward to creating special moments with family and friends by attending various theaters, shows, plays, and sporting events. And when it comes time for me to look for tickets, I absolutely love to use Game Time. Game Time is one of the most reliable marketplaces for last-minute tickets to the most popular events in sports, music, and theater in more than 60 cities across the United States and Canada. Game Time saves me money, time, and peace of mind, so I don't have to sort through thousands of tickets looking for the best prices or worry about whether or not if they're authentic or whether I'm going to receive them on time. Game Time Picks, one of my favorite Game Time tools, analyzes thousands of tickets for all of your favorite events near your location and finds you the best possible deal so you don't have to. For example, I'm looking forward to this upcoming concert at Madison Square Garden of one of my favorite composers, Hans Zimmer. Here, I can select the all-in price to see the total ticket price up front, no hidden fees. And now I can sort through the best possible deals I can find. I can choose the cheapest deals, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. And if you're like me and always make plans at the last minute, you can grab tickets up to 90 minutes after the event has started. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's get into what this article had to say here. NASCAR is about to get a $7.7 billion cash injection from its new media rights deals, and Michael Jordan wants a piece of the pie, or at least a bigger one. The NBA Legends Racing is part of an antitrust lawsuit that was filed against NASCAR on Wednesday, centered on how the sport's revenue is distributed. Last month, Jordan's team and Front Row Motorsports were the only two teams not to sign NASCAR's charter agreement, the sports versions of franchises. for 2025 to 2021, which is also the time frame of the 1.1 billion annual TV contracts with Amazon, Fox Sports, NBC Sports, and Warner Brothers Discovery. We did not have an opportunity to fairly bargain, 23X1 statement said at the time. The current split for the sports media rights revenue is roughly tracks 65%, teams 25%, NASCAR 10%. The catch is that 18 of the 36 Cup Series races on the 2025 schedule will be held at NASCAR-owned tracks. That means NASCAR would effectively be taking 42.5% of TV money, or an average of $467 million each year, while teams, there are 17 full-time squads with between 1 and 4 race cars, would split $275 million. Denny Hamlin, a co-owner in 23X1 Racing, who still drives for Joe Gibbs Racing, has previously said teams asked for closer to 50% of that media rights money. Tuesday's lawsuits labeled the France family, which owns NASCAR, monopolistic bullies. 23X1 or XI driver Tyler Reddick won the Cup Series regular season point championship, accumulating Jordan's most successful NASCAR season yet, after already helping bring an added spotlight to the sport. Reddick now sits 9th out of 12th on the ongoing playoffs. Front Row in 23X1 plan to ask for preliminary injunction that allows them to compete in 2025 without charter agreements. And you heard what the article had to say there, that they basically believe that they're bullies. There's another article here which says Michael Jordan sues NASCAR monopolistic bullies, and there's a part where they have a quote that I just quickly want to read. It says the following: the France family and NASCAR are monopolistic bullies. It then continues on, and bullies will continue to impose their will to hurt others until their targets stand up and refuse to be victims. That moment has now arrived. And then the lawsuit just goes on and on and on. It's a pretty wordy article that you guys can hunt down there from Front Office Sports. What are my thoughts about this? I want to be very serious with you guys. I think that whenever you're an individual going up against these major corporations, you risk them wanting some get back. This is not the first time we've seen this. Now, do we know for 100% certainty that's what's happening with Sean Diddy Combs? No, but is it plausible that could be a reason? Yeah, certainly so. Certainly so. Even 50 Cent, as I said, who's one of his biggest public adversaries, said as much. And he's within the same spirits business, or industry rather, that Sean Diddy Combs was himself. To me, my only thoughts is I hope Jordan is careful. I hope that he doesn't ruffle any feathers in the wrong way. But I also think it's important to say this. The vantage point that you and I see things from is totally different from the vantage point that Michael Jordan sees things from, right? He has way more information than we do. So for MJ to be willing to go out there and be a part of this lawsuit, it tells you that he has a lot of information and he knows what the hell he's getting into. And I'm 100% sure that Jordan is cognizant of other people that have gone against major corporations and the possible downsides with doing so. And I'm pretty sure that he understands 100% what he's getting into. And in no way, shape, or form is the Jordan situation similar to the Diddy situation. I'm just talking about it from a standpoint of just be careful, right? Just be careful. I think it's a sentiment that all of us can understand. These are my thoughts on this. What I want to know from you guys is simply this. How do you think this lawsuit is going to pan out? Do you think the teams are going to be able to get a larger slice of the revenue split? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.